Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Okay, first let's review the words. Okay. できます。confined, confined, confined, confined. Is it committed crime or something? I forgot. Confined, to limit an activity, person, or problem in some way. I feel sorry for pet turtles being in this confined space. I'm going to buy a bigger aquarium. During the rainy weekend, we were mostly confined indoors. I'm confining myself to the library today to study for the exam I have tomorrow. Take the attitude. Take the attitude is like, if I say, I'm gonna take the attitude that I'm not comfortable, which means I'm gonna pretend or like act, something like that. Adapting or assuming a particular mindset. I'm just going to take the attitude that today is a new day and things will get better. I think I'm good with that. Accentuate. Accentuate means to make something outstanding, or it's like accent, to make it accent. I accentuate the necklace with the dress or something like that. Emphasize or highlight, but more formal. Emphasize a particular feature of something or to make something more noticeable. She accentuated her look with a beautiful diamond necklace and low-key earrings. But dissolve. Dissolve means dissolve. It's like I dissolve sugar in the boiled water. Can I say that? Or dissolve. The prime minister decided to dissolve the party. Something like that. To be absorbed by a liquid, especially when mixed. How can I make sugar dissolve into the iced tea? Or to end an official organization or a legal arrangement. Japanese prime minister has dissolved the lower house parliament. Good. Confined, again. Confined space. Limited space. Wariness, 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 wariness. What was that? Tired? Great tiredness, or the state of being bored with something because you have experienced too much of it. As soon as they began to talk, he shut his eyes and expressed weariness and indifference. She knew she would keep running, but intense fatigue and weariness overtook her. Still a little bit hard. Prosper. Prosper means flourish. The city is prosper. Flourish. Prosper is often more associated with financial success, while flourish has a broader range of application. これは例文入れたいな。Prosper. Lots of microchip manufacturing companies prospered at the time. Kind of difficult, but okay. Manifold. Manifold means like diverse. Diversity. Manifold. Many and of several different types, many or various. There are manifold advantages to study English. The project had manifold challenges, ranging from technical issues to tight deadlines. A little bit different. Many and several different types. Manifold. In principle means like basically. If you agree with or believe something in principle, you agree with the idea in general, although you might not support it in reality or in every situation. The concept of a 4-day work week is appealing in principle, but it may not work for all industries and job types. ちょっとむずいかな。Enact means like make a law or policy. The company enact a policy that something. Put something into action, especially to make something law. The company decided to enact a policy that allows employees to work from home on Fridays. Shifting is like changing. The era is shifting. Always changing or moving. They lost their way in the shifting sands of the Sahara. Shifting. Have to be agile and flexible so we can meet the shifting demands of customers. Something doesn't compare means beyond compare, something that you cannot compare with. Because it's too good. Beyond compare, something is exceptional, unparalleled, and cannot be equaled or matched by anything else. The natural beauty of the remote island doesn't compare to any other place I've visited. Factual means reality, real. Like non-fictional. Using or considering of facts. Social media is full of information that isn't factual. Throughout means entire or all over. In every part or during a whole period of time, and focused more on club activities and studies throughout my high school days. Okay. 終わり。次。So today we're gonna do chapter 13. It's about 13. Philosophy. Okay. Philosophers are dedicated to contemplating the fundamental nature of existence, reality, knowledge, values, reason, and mind, period. Their aim is to raise and answer difficult and challenging questions, period. Okay. Philosophers are dedicated to contemplating the fundamental nature of existence, reality, knowledge, values, reason, and mind. Their aim is to raise and answer difficult and challenging questions. fundamental nature. Okay. Philosopher はわかるかな？哲学者。Don't you think his super logical way of speaking makes him sound a bit like a philosopher? Philosophy. My philosophy on life is to stop worrying about things that won't matter in a year from now. Philosophical. Dedicated. Dedicated. これは入れとこう。Dedicated. 専用の。Believing that something is very important and giving a lot of time and energy to it. I'm dedicated to this project, but I'm not going to put in the extra hours if nobody else is. Period. I'm dedicated. Be dedicated to doing. Dedicated to computer. Dedicate. I decided to dedicate at least 3 hours to studying English every day. Dedicate. Dedicate. これ dedicate. 重いな。ネットが重い、もしかして。これを下げと。Okay. To give all of your energy, time, etc. I decided to dedicate at least 3 hours to studying English every day. Okay. Contemplate. 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 To spend time considering a possible future action or to consider one particular thing for a long time in a serious and quiet way. Ponder と一緒かな。Sometimes I contemplate deleting all of my Facebook profile photos. Contemplation. Contemplate. Contemplate. Is there a difference between contemplate and ponder? Contemplate and ponder are similar in meaning, but there are subtle differences in their connotations and usage. In summary, while both words involve deep thought or reflection, Contemplate may suggest a more intentional and prolonged reflection, while ponder might emphasize a thoughtful consideration of options or consequences. However, the distinction is subtle, and the two words are often used interchangeably. Okay, so it's interchangeable. Ponder. Mind. Mind もわかるかな？ Mind. What's on your mind? Mind. Do you mind? Raise. Raise. Raise もわかる。Difficult. Difficult もわかる。Challenging. Challenging もわかる。OK。Philosophers are dedicated to contemplating the fundamental nature of existence, reality, knowledge, values, reason, and mind. Their aim is to raise an answer. Their aim is to raise and answer difficult and challenging questions. Okay. Good. 次。For instance, one of the most fiercely debated and enduring philosophical riddles was first posed in ancient times and relates to the question of whether humans have morality inherently or it is learned. Period. ちょっとむずいかな。For instance, one of the most fiercely debated and enduring philosophical riddles was first posed in ancient times and relates to the question of whether humans have morality inherently or it is learned. Morality が inherently がないか。Okay. Fiercely. Fiercely. これはわからない。Fiercely, in a frightening, violent, or powerful way. Aggressively, fiercely. Is there a difference between fiercely and aggressively? Fiercely. Are? Oh, 来た。Yes, there is a difference between fiercely and aggressively, although they can sometimes be used interchangeably depending on the context. Here's the distinctions. Fiercely typically conveys intensity, passion, or strong determination in one's actions or attitude. It suggests a high level of energy, enthusiasm, or fervor, often without the negative connotations associated with aggression. Example, she fights fiercely for her beliefs. Aggressively implies a forceful or assertive manner of behaving or interacting, often with the intention of dominating, attacking, or intimidating others. It can have negative connotations, suggesting hostility or hostility-driven behavior. Example, the dog barked aggressively at the stranger. I don't know. In summary, while both fiercely and aggressively convey intensity, fiercely tends to emphasize passion or determination, whereas aggressively suggests forcefulness or assertiveness, often with a connotation of hostility. 難しいね。Often without the negative connotation. これ書いとこう。I'm fiercely passionate about growing my business. Fierce. Fiercely. A fierce battle. A fierce storm. Fierceness. The most fiercely debated and enduring philosophical riddle. Enduring. これはわかるけど、enduring。継続的な。一応書いとくか。Enduring. Lasting. Existing for a long time. This is an enduring problem that we are probably not going to solve today. An enduring peace. Enduringly. Endure. Can't endure this pressure anymore. Enduring. Can you give me some casual examples of using the word enduring? Their friendship is enduring. They've been best friends since kindergarten. Even with all the challenges, their love for each other is enduring. Challenges. I appreciate enduring moments like these. Despite the ups and downs, our team spirit is enduring, and we always support each other. Enduring popularity of that song is amazing. People still love it after all these years. Enduring popularity. これはわかりやすいかな。あれ。OK。Riddle。これはわかるかな。Speak in riddle. Really hard to understand Olivia because she's always speaking in riddle. Speak in riddles. これはあんまり聞いたことないね。 speak in riddles. あるかな？ある。To say things in a confusing way. Can you give me casual examples of using the phrase speak in riddles? Stop speaking in riddles, just tell me what you mean. I can't figure out what she's saying. It's like she's speaking in riddles. Why do you always speak in riddles? Just give me a straight answer. I asked him a simple question and he started speaking in riddles. So confusing. Don't make everything so complicated. You don't need to speak in riddles all the time. Okay. これと2個ぐらいつけとこう。This and this. Okay. Pose. Riddle って穴だらけっていう意味もあるんだ。To make a lot of holes in something. The anti-aircraft guns riddled the planes with wings with bullets. それも言うんだ。riddle。書いとくか。Your website is riddled. これ D がつくとまた変わるのか。Full of holes. He wore an old jacket riddled with holes. Riddled. Full of something unwanted. An old sweater riddled with holes. A book riddled with errors. これも書いとくか。riddled. Okay. Pose. The student posed a very interesting question. Pose a problem. Pose a threat to something. Propose ってことだよね。What's the difference between pose and propose? Pose and propose are two different words with distinct meanings. Pose permanently means to present or assume a particular posture, stance, or attitude, especially for a photographer. でもこれは違うけどな。Propose means to suggest. In summary, pose is pose interchangeable with the word propose? No, not purpose. No. Propose. No, post, not post. Pose. No, pose and propose are not interchangeable as they have distinct meanings. ポスチャーになっちゃうな。Pose. To cause something, especially a problem or difficulty. Presenting a challenge. Presenting or suggesting something, they are used in different contexts and convey different actions. Pose is more about positioning or presenting oneself or something, while propose is about suggesting or putting forward an idea or plan. Pose. こっちか。To ask question, especially in a formal situation such as a meeting. Can we go back to the question that Helen posed earlier? And she posed a question. 書いとくか。Pose. Wait, こっちの方がいいかな。Okay. 次。Question. Question はわかるね。Out of question. Out of question は一回とこかな。Out of question. How do you explain this? Huh? Eh? Really? Oh. Oh. Not possible or not allowed. For me, having pasta without Parmesan cheese is out of the question. Out of that question. Inherently. Inherent. Inherent.これも書いとこう。I'm an inherently lazy person. Learn. これはいいかな。OK。これ書いたね。次。Wait。これ見てみよう。For instance, one of the most fiercely debated and enduring philosophical riddles was first posed in ancient time. in ancient times and relates to the question of whether humans have morality inherently or it is learned. Morality. While classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tended to argue more in favor of inherent morality, contemporary research increasingly reinforces the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be moral behavior. Period. むず。While classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tend to argue more in favor of inherent morality, contemporary research increasingly reinforces the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be moral behavior. While classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tend to argue more in tended はわかるかな I tend to favor in favor of in favor of the support or approval of something or someone. In someone's favor. In favor of the city council voted. The city council voted in favor of a 200 million housing development. In favor of. Can you give me some casual examples of using phrase in favor of? ChatGPT. I'm in favor of ordering pizza for dinner tonight. She's always been in favor of supporting local businesses. Are you in favor of going to the beach this weekend? Most people seem to be in favor of the new policy at work. I'm definitely in favor of taking a break. In favor of. Agree と一緒ってこと。So is it interchangeable with the word agree? In favor of and agree convey similar ideas, but they are not entirely interchangeable as they have subtle differences in usage. In favor of, this phrase is often used to express support or preference for a particular option, idea, or action. Example, I'm in favor of the new proposal. It seems like a good idea. Agree is more general term that indicates harmony of opinion of the acceptance of a statement or proposition. I agree with your suggestion to have a team meeting. While both can express alignment of opinion, in favor of tends to be more specific, indicating support for a particular choice or proposal. Agree can be used in a broader sense, encompassing general alignment of opinions or acknowledgement of statements. So the word agree covers the meaning of in favor of question mark. Yes, to a certain extent the word agree can cover the meaning of in favor of in certain context. When you say you agree with something, it often implies that you support or have a favorable opinion about it. However, keep in mind that agree is more general term and can be used in various situations while alignment of opinion is expressed. In favor of tends to be more specific, indicating explicit support or preference for a particular option, idea, or action. So while agree can encompass the idea of being in favor of something. そんな変わんなそうだけどな。Support. Okay. In favor of. まあいっか。次。And to argue more in favor of inherent morality. Contemporary research. Contemporary はわかるね。現代。Increasingly. Research increasingly reinforce. これは書いとこう。Reinforce. To make something stronger. The pockets of my jeans are reinforced with double stitching. To make something stronger. I'm going to watch this documentary again to reinforce my knowledge. I'm going to watch this documentary again to reinforce か。reinforce じゃない。reinforce. How do you pronounce?
Reinforce.
Reinforce. That's easy to understand. Reinforce. Make something stronger. Contemporary research increasingly reinforces the idea. これはいいかな。idea that morality is largely What do you pronounce?
Largely.
Largely acquired after birth. birth これもいいかな。which accounts for the variability on what is considered to be moral behavior. Account 意見違うか account What's the definition of account in this context? Which accounts for説明するaccount 間違えた account an arrangement with a bank no written or spoken description or record of an event an agreement with a store or business that allows you to buy customer for this account to think of someone or something in the stated way account for something to form the total of something. Students account for the vast majority of our customers. Account for What's the definition of the phrase account for? The phrase account for has multiple meanings and its definition can vary depending on the context. Explain or justify. When used in the sense of explaining or justifying something, account for means to provide reasons, explanations, or a rationale for a particular event, situation, or outcome. Example, can you account for the sudden increase in expenses? Consider or include. In some contexts, account for is used to mean taking into consideration or including something as part of a total. Make sure to account for any additional cost in your budget. Okay. Be the reason or cause. Another meaning is to be the reason or cause of something. Example, our absence will account for the delay in the project. これは違いそう。もう一回読んでみるか。Contemporary research increasingly reinforces the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the variability in what is considered to be moral behavior. It's more like explaining context. Wait, what is this? The quality of the quality or fact of being variable, likely to change often. Okay. Likely to change often. This is like means to provide reasons, explanations, or これわかんないけど。particular event or situation or outcome. Okay, account for. How do you account for your success? Question mark. College students account for about 40% of our customers. じゃあこれもかな。Consider or include. Be the reason or cause. 割合を占めるもあるのか。これか。To explain the reason for something. これもだ。To form the total of to be. これはCollege students account for about 40% of our customers. On account of もあるのか。Accountable. Part of being an adult is being. Part of becoming an adult is being accountable for your own action. Accountable. Someone who is accountable is completely responsible for what they do and must be able to give a satisfactory reason for it. That's a nice word. Accountable. ちょっと。Part of becoming an adult is being accountable for your own actions. Nice. Okay. On account of. Is the phrase on account of similar to the word because? Yes, the phrase on account of is similar to the word because, in that it is used to introduce a reason or cause for something. Okay. The flight was delayed on account of bad weather. They canceled the event on account of unforeseen circumstances. In casual or everyday conversation, because is more commonly used, while on account of is often employed in more formal writing or speech. Okay. Okay. もう一回読むか。While classical scholars such as Charles Darwin tend to argue more in favor of inherent morality, contemporary research increasingly reinforces the idea that morality is largely acquired after birth, which accounts for the... これも書いとくか。What is considered to be moral behavior. Variability. これむずいなぁ。この言葉。Variability. The quality or fact of being variable. variability. Can you give me some casual examples of the using word wait, well, what's the word? Variability. Variability. The weather here has a lot of variability. One day it's sunny and the next day it's pouring rain. I like the variability in my workout routine, so I switch it up between running, cycling, and weightlifting. The taste of this dish has some variability depending on the chef. Everyone puts their own spin on it. The stock market is known for its unpredictability and variability. You never know how it's going to perform. The team's performance showed a lot of variability throughout the season, with some great wins and unexpected losses. Okay. How do you pronounce?
Variability.
Variability. Okay. What's the synonym? What's the synonym? Variation, fluctuation, diversity, inconstancy, unpredictability. Okay. Okay, 次。Last sentence. Although some find the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring and frustrating, most acknowledge that philosophy promotes clear, mature thinking about a wide range of obscure issues. Period. むずい。Although some find the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring and frustrating, must acknowledge that philosophy promotes clear, mature thinking about the wide range of obscure issues. でもわかるか。Contemplation は thinking, contemplate thinking でいいんだよね。Serious and quiet thought for a period of time. Thinking and contemplating. What is this? Contemplation. Wait, is it contemplation? Contemplation か。Is the word contemplation interchangeable with the word thinking? While contemplation and thinking both involve mental processes, they are not entirely interchangeable as they have nuanced differences in meaning. Thinking is a broader term that encompasses various mental activities including reasoning, reflecting, considering, and pondering. It is a general term for the cognitive processes of the mind. I spend a lot of time thinking about my future. Contemplation suggests a more deliberate, focused, and prolonged form of thought. It often implies deep reflection, meditation, or careful consideration of a specific subject. She sat in quiet contemplation, absorbing the beauty of the sunset. While you can use thinking in many situations, contemplation tends to convey a more intentional and reflective form of mental engagement. OK。まあいっか、書かなくていいかな。Although some find the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring. Wait, discussion はわかるな。Have a discussion. Under discussion. Discuss. Discuss about は言わないのか。Discuss the issue. Questions such as these to be boring. Boring はわかる。Bored. Boredom. Out of boredom. Out of boredom. これは使えそうじゃ使えそう。Out of boredom. ないんだ。まあいいか。Out of boredom. I often eat out of boredom. 暇になって暇だから食べちゃう。Okay. Frustrating. これはわかるかな。Frustrated. Frustration. Must acknowledge that philosophy promotes大半の人は哲学を様々な分かりにくい問題について明確かつ成熟した思考を促すものであると認めている。Must acknowledge that philosophy promotes promotes もわかるかな。Promotional Mature これもわかる。Mature Immature Maturely Immaturely Premature A premature decision Premature Premature は聞いたことないけどPremature 重いなHappening or done too soon, especially before natural or suitable time. Premature baby. Mature thinking about the wide range of obscure issues. Obscure. I think I know this word. But just in case, obscure. Not known to many people. Not known to many people, or not clear and difficult to understand or see. この方が多いかな。I don't remember my password because I made it too obscure. Obscure. Official policy has changed for a reason that it remained obscure. His answers were obscure and confusing. An obscure island in the Pacific. An obscure 20th century mystic. Obscure. Issue はわかるね。Okay. Although some find the contemplation and discussion of questions such as these to be boring and frustrating, most acknowledge that philosophy promotes clear, mature thinking about the wide range of obscure issues. Okay, I can understand now. Okay. 終わりかな。Let's review. Dedicate, dedicated, or dedicate. Believing that something is very important and giving a lot of time and energy to it. I'm dedicated to this project, but I'm not going to put in the extra hours if nobody else is. Or to give all of your energy time. I decided to dedicate at least 3 hours to study English every day. Contemplate means ponder. To spend time considering a possible future action, or to consider one particular thing for a long time in a serious and quiet way. Fiercely, in a frightening, violent, or powerful way, often without the negative connotations associated with aggression. I'm fiercely passionate about growing my business. Fiercely. Enduring, existing for a long time. This is an enduring problem that we are probably not going to solve today. The enduring popularity of that song is amazing. People still love it after all these years. Speak in riddles. To say things in a confusing way. Stop speaking in riddles. Just tell me what you mean. Don't make everything so complicated. You don't need to speak in riddles all the time. Riddled. Full of something unwanted. An old sweater riddled with holes. A book riddled with errors. Pose. To ask questions, especially in a formal situation such as meeting. Can we go back to the question that Helena posed earlier? Out of the question, not possible or not allowed. For me, having これ違うな。Having pasta without Parmesan cheese is out of the question. Inherent. Inherent の定義が違う。Inherent. Existing as a natural or basic part of something. これ合ってるか？合ってるか。Okay. I am inherently lazy person. In favor of the support or approval of something or someone. Most people seem to be in favor of the new policy at work. In favor of これもうちょっと例文欲しいな。Can you give me some casual examples of the using phrase in favor of? Example of using the phrase in favor of. I'm totally in favor of grabbing pizza for dinner tonight. Are you in favor of hitting the beach this weekend? Most people seem to be in favor of the new music festival in town. I'm in favor of skipping the meeting and grabbing coffee instead. He's always in favor of trying out new restaurants. これはシンプルでわかりやすいか。Okay. Reinforce. To make something stronger. I'm going to watch this documentary again to reinforce my knowledge. Account for means to provide reasons, explanations, or rationale for a particular event, situation, or outcome. How do you account for your success? To form the total of college students account for about 40% of our customers. Accountable. Someone who is accountable is completely responsible for what they do and must be able to give a satisfactory reason for it. Variability. The quality or fact of being variable, likely to change often. The weather here has a lot of variability. One day it's sunny and the next day it's pouring rain. Obscure. Not clear and difficult to understand or see. I don't remember my password because I made it too obscure. Okay. Chapter 13 is over. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna do chapter 14 in the next stream. Chapter 14 is about religion. Nice. Okay. Whew. I'm gonna finish the stream here. If you're interested in, please subscribe. And see you in the next stream. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.